Welcome to the most narrow, twisty and smooth asphalt location in EA Sports WRC, Japan. Quick note for setting the 2023 cars. Just move the springs and anti-roll bar sliders as many clicks left or right as I move them for the 2024 car, and vice versa. To conquer the Japanese mountain passes, you can either drift your way through, putting on quite a show, or stay grippy, drive fast and save some rubber for a few more stages. To do that, you'll need some toe out for the front wheels to help drag the car into corners, and some toe in at the rear wheels for better stability and easier corner exits. Since the average speed on these tracks isn't that high, there's no need for extreme alignment values. Minus 2.13 on the front wheels and minus 1.65 at the rear will ensure the car stays planted on the road at all times. Going with higher values made the car feel like it was sliding at low speeds throughout the narrow sections, making it nearly impossible to keep fully under control. Usually on asphalt tracks, the differentials can be set to lower log values, because the surface provides enough grip for all the tires. Increasing those values too much tends to cause understeer, making it harder to take sharp turns. However, using lower values for the rear diff than the ones you see here, for example, made the car feel like it was struggling to put the power down on corner exits, especially when the electric motor from the hybrid system kicked in. As mentioned in the intro, the Japanese roads are the smoothest you can drive on EA Sports WRC, except for about 1 km or so around the rice fields, where the asphalt looks a bit cracked and bumpy. But unlike the rough asphalt in Iberia, where you can actually feel the surface condition throughout the steering wheel, here in Japan it feels just as smooth as the cleaner sections. So what does this mean for the damping setup? Well, plus 4 stiffness for the slow bump, plus 5 stiffness for the fast bump, with 0.12 meters per second bump division, so the dampers work much closer to the fast bump value, and plus 3 stiffness on the rebound to make sure the wheels keep the car in contact with the road when going over bumps and crests, while also not jeopardizing the stability, of course. For the braking force, just a little over 3700 Nm is enough to avoid constant lockups, especially if you're playing with ABS turned off. As for brake bias, since the overall track speeds are lower in Japan, you can set it at 76%. Most of the car's stopping power comes from the front wheels, so in this case we can take full advantage of that. On faster tracks, however, the higher forces acting on the car can quickly overload the front tires, causing them to lock, so that's when you want to shift some of the braking power to the rear axle. As for the handbrake, I don't use it often on asphalt tracks, but if you do, make sure it's set around 3700 Nm or higher. The gearbox for Japan is made so that you maximize the acceleration. Since the tracks are so twisty and narrow, you lose a lot of speed on the corners because there is not much road you can use. So after each turn, you need to get back up to speed ASAP. Now, I know that on some downhill tracks, you may quickly hit the rev limiter on the straight sectors, so just lengthen the 5th gear until you're satisfied. With my settings, you can still reach a bit over 200 km per hour, and I made it like this so that on uphill tracks, the engine still has enough torque in the 5th gear to push the car hard and fast. In the springs tab, the ride height has to be set as low as possible, this way lowering the car's center of mass, plus there are no obstacles on the road surface to be afraid of. Since there are no obstacles and the road surface is smooth as fuck, there is no need for soft springs. To get the best performance and stability, we're going full GT3 mode by stiffening the spring rate 9 clicks to the right. As for the anti-roll bars, to minimize body roll and make the car feel almost static, you need to stiffen them. Maximum value for the rear one and a bit lower for the front one. If you improved your times in Japan, leave a like on this video and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my full collection of setup guides, because with this video, I've officially covered all the locations from the real 2023 and 2024 WRC seasons. Bye bye!